Hello, everyone. Welcome to Washington Informer News Live. I am incredibly honored, excited, humbled to be with not only an expert and a freedom fighter, if you will, in the world of marketing, journalism, and really education and equity for all. But also, guess what? She's my mentor, Dr. Sheila Brooks, founder, president, and CEO of SRB Communications, which is celebrating their 33rd anniversary. I know y'all are like, how when she is only 35?
Thank you for that.
Welcome to the show, Dr. Brooks.
Thank you so much for inviting me to join you today on Win TV, hosted by the Washington Informer.
We are so excited to celebrate you and SRB's 33rd anniversary. I mean, that is so incredibly inspiring, exciting. And because you're my mentor and I know that you can go with the flow, I am giving you a little icebreaker before we go into the questions. How does that sound?
That sounds good. Of course
Okay.
you would. Okay.
Perfect. So it's something that I love, and it comes from my theater days. And so it's a word association game. And I'm going to give you a word, and you tell me the word that comes to you. How's that sound?
Oh my goodness. You're trying to test me
Look,
on this Thursday morning?
look, y'all. She's the only one with the PhD in the room. Okay.
Right. Okay. Okay. We'll take one.
Alrighty. Anniversary.
SRB's 33rd year in business.
Okay, I got to give you one more because this one's
Okay.
been really on my heart. Black entrepreneurship.
A growing industry, but one that does not come without challenges as well as triumphs.
Ooh,
I would say to everybody, just, you know, move forward. If this is something you want to do and be an entrepreneur, go for it.
thank you. You guys see why she's my mentor. So again, congratulations on 33 years in business this month, this June 25th.
Mhm.
Take us back a bit because not only are you an extremely successful entrepreneur and marketing expert, but you also are a media guru, veteran storyteller, Emmy-award winning journalist, educator. Tell us about SRB and why you decided to start the company 33 years ago.
Well, thank you for that question, Misha. And I get that so often, and people don't realize why. And usually it's like, why did you leave television news? Don't you miss being on the air? Well, I'll tell you what. I love being in control of my own destiny, and that is why I look to advance my career. From television news into my own business all those years ago. I started out as a journalism major in college, graduated, went on to be a reporter, producer, anchor, also a news director and executive producer at NBC as well as CBS and PBS stations across the country, everywhere from Seattle and Spokane, Washington to College Station and Dallas, Texas, Baltimore. Washington, D.C. was my last stop. I had come to Washington, D.C. for the dream job. It was management and producing in the documentary unit and running that unit at Fox 5 here in DC. And that was a long time ago, right before I started the business. And I felt I had just reached the top of my profession. Uh, Dream job in the nation's capital, the media capital of the world. However, once I moved from on the air to management, I just felt I had so many roadblocks that I could not advance. And if
Mm.
I can't advance, and I'm the number three person in the newsroom, three or four, then I am not going to be able to help my people of color who are just as talented and professional advance in their careers. And I decided after taking on that position and working in it for a couple of years, also, in addition to that, my bosses came to me one day and said, "Hey, we need you to also take on the responsibility of starting uh, a morning newscast in this market," which was then, Fox 5 Morning News. And my team and I, of in the documentary unit, we did that, but it had become so overwhelming for me that I wasn't able to move up, advance, or to help any of our women or minority reporters, producers advance. And I just decided at that point it was time for me to move on. And I started SRB Communications, which has evolved over the years. And I know that we'll be talking about that. But that's what got me going.
Wow. I mean, what a journey. And I think that's what's so incredibly inspiring to me and what you all do at SRB is that you push so much for equity, for diversity. It's unapologetic. And so to know that you got there from saying, I can't do this where I am, I
Mhm.
can't go any further. And it's just, again, so inspiring. So, we're in this world now in 2023 where Black owned businesses account for 2.3%
Mhm.
of US businesses, according to Brookings, and women account for 37% of Black business owners. Uh, what was it like 33 years ago becoming an entrepreneur? And what kind of work has it taken to remain in business for more than 3 decades?
When we started SRB Communications 33 years ago, it was a different world than it is today in business. So many small businesses, minority businesses, women-owned businesses, we were just beginning to be recognized then that we could be able to take on contracts and grow them as well as grow our businesses to scale. It was a different time. There were so many more opportunities, I believe, within the federal government agencies, and that at that time, more opportunities for what I was doing, which was a production company. So I left TV news in 1990. I started a production company. That production company over the next 18 years grew. I built the facility room by room, contract by contract, business loan by business loan, from a one room, 350 square foot production company to a 6,000 square foot facility with three Avid Edit suites, full soundstage studio, 14 full time employees, never leaving downtown Washington, D.C. over the 30 years that I've been in downtown DC. So the times were different then. You could get bank loans a little bit better back then in the 1990s. Not as much, but you could at least they were a little bit more readily available than they are now because the economy has changed so much. And then we were in the television world, and there was real television. And what I mean by that is we were producing documentaries and long form programming.
Mm.
None of that exists much anymore today. It all went away with new technology, the iPhones, laptop computers, equipment got smaller, programming changed to reality television, and so much more. So we had to be resilient and
Mm.
resilient to disruption. That's what I always say. That's the one quality that's so important in business. I've had to create an environment of opportunities, an environment of possibilities where, I create strategies that we are able to overcome obstacles like the change in the media landscape in 2008 with the recession, COVID-19,
Mm.
and so many contracts being lost for small businesses during that time, as well as small businesses going out of business. 2,300 small businesses in downtown Washington, D.C. Went out of business right after COVID. So, so that's why I say that you have to have strategies, new perspectives to overcome these kind of obstacles, as well as because there will be triumphs, but there's so many other things that you need to do. I also think two last things, Misha. Creativity is critical
Mm.
to forming the strategy, because if we have to look at a way forward, no matter what that is, in the challenges that we have along the way and obstacles we have as business owners along the way, we have to be more creative and consistent in forming our strategy. You have to be a creative thinker, a leader in anything that you do. And I always say to my team and others, you have to ask for what you want and be excellent at what you do.
Mm.
And finally, the thing that has really changed is technology, digital and social media, new platforms and communication, streaming media, AI. I was in a meeting with my team this morning talking about AI. New technology means nothing if you don't know how to use it to tell stories, and that's who we are. We are storytellers.
Absolutely. And so, you've talked about how you've shifted and been able to continue to grow and move with the trends. And one thing that I love about your website is how fresh, how user friendly, how diverse it is, unapologetically so. And just I'm immediately drawn to the colors, the people, the faces, and you include your core values front and center. And tell us a little bit more about some of those core values that has made SRB Communications truly an industry standard and so successful over the past 33 years.
Let me begin by giving a shout out to my team, because you can't do any of this, run a business, deliver high quality and excellence to clients without a strong, smart team of talented professionals. And that's what we have here, storytellers at SRB Communications. And our values, they are important tactics that help our business gain trust with our customers. That's what's so important about core values. That's why we talk about them, because we have to ensure that our customers understand their unique situation, their challenges, their strategies, and whatever marketing campaigns that they have, so that they have the resources and we have the ability to help them, and we can provide those resources, because clients then are more likely to engage with the brand. Um, that's what's important in having values.
And so I know that there are a lot of aspiring entrepreneurs who will tune in to this stream.
Oh, no.
And, again, I shamelessly can say I get to pick this woman's brain when I want to. So, guys, take notes, take notes, take notes. But SRB is a celebrated business, has had many accolades, achievements over the past 33 years. And of course, you are award winning and celebrated in so many ways yourself. For those aspiring entrepreneurs or marketing experts, can you share a few wins and perhaps tips that helped you along the road to success?
I think that the biggest thing that entrepreneurs must do is pivot. Throughout your career, you pivot. Throughout your business journey, you must pivot. I talked about those first 18 years in business as a production company. In 2008, when that happened, we lost lots of business, had to downsize, move, and then lay off employees, the ones that didn't already move on. Well, why was that happening? Because of a recession, an uncertain economy, and we had to pivot. So, one example is what we did then. I had two choices. I could either shut down the production company and call it a day or call it a victory, and leave with what little money I had, or I could do what entrepreneurs do, and that was to pivot. And that's what we did. I looked at the market. I saw that marketing and advertising was bigger than production, and production was a part of that. So if we're creating a marketing campaign, we're looking at creative and content development, strategy, media buying and purchasing, and we have to create those platform. We have to use the platforms and channels of production, whether it's television, radio, streaming, the things we talked about, the new technology, digital and social media, new platforms and communications. So we have to use those to tell stories and not just that platform of production. So that was one thing. Then we did it again during COVID-19. So while we have now fully integrated for the past 15 years into the advertising, marketing, campaign industry and that business vertical of universities, utility companies, state, federal, local governments, well, all of those organizations were affected. So we lost a lot of business with universities as well as with some of our other clients, our Washington Convention Center, sports arenas, work that we had done where that work was not happening during COVID. So we pivoted again and we expanded into a new business vertical of public health. So now we are providing a lot of outreach to public health agencies, universities, CDC Foundation, HHS with other partnerships. And that work has been very good because it's outreach to underserved communities about COVID-19, the vaccine, and other public health issues that are related to that. So, yes, entrepreneurs need to learn how to make that change, make that shift in the strategy when your business is affected.
And so, speaking of pivoting, uh, I know that we're in true celebration mode, but if you know Dr. Brooks, she's always working, she's always thinking ahead, and has been innovative in so many ways and in so many organizations over the years.
Thank you for that.
What's next? Of course, thank you. What's next for the next 66 years of SRB?
Well, the one good thing about it is I love what I do. I'm a storyteller, and when I figured all of that out in moving from um, television news into my own business, from production to expanding in advertising, marketing, and PR, I'm a storyteller. We are storytellers at SRB Communications, and we love telling stories. We love telling those stories that make that make humans come to life. It's so important for us, and telling those stories, particularly in our communities. So we will be around for a long time, and I am very, very happy about that because I have the best talented team ever to lead us into the future.
I know that is the truth. Thank you so much, Dr. Brooks, for being with us today. I
Absolutely.
really appreciate it. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with our audience before we wrap?
I just want to say that if you are interested in starting a business, go do it. Go for it. Keep your eye on the prize. It is very, very important. One thing I learned early on in life, and I just shared some of that with you. It's wonderful to be in control of your own destiny. But if this is something you want to do, start a business, don't let anything get in the way. Don't let anybody, you know, um, make a way for you. You need to make the way for yourself. Be in control of your own destiny and your future.
Thank you so much, Dr. Brooks. You, as always, are so incredibly inspiring.
Thank
And just congratulations to you and the entire SRB communications team. You all are doing such important work, and we are so thankful to just be a little part of spreading the good news that is SRB. So thank you so much for
you.
allowing us.
Thank you so much. We're here to serve. You can find us at www.srbcommunications.com. We are the longest running multicultural agency in the Mid-Atlantic region, and we're ready to get to work for you.
Absolutely. And everybody, I have hyperlinked the website below. So make sure you click on it. And again, Dr. Brooks, thank you so much. Thank you to all of you for tuning in. Have a fabulous rest of your day. And make sure you tune into Win TV tomorrow at noon. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.